Well, good morning. Had a good night's sleep there. Nice place. Not much going on today. Gonna walk on the road. I tried to go to find out about getting a ride over across this little bay. I guess there's an RV park that's supposed to do it. I called them. I got a property management voicemail, and they never called me back. It's not a thing you can just wade across, in my opinion. So just gonna road walk down to Cape Lookout, and then there's a trail that goes down to the beach walk, and then try to look at the Sand Lake crossing, which apparently is dicey at best. Maybe not find a way there, and then have to walk around the Sand Lake. My wife's gonna pick me up today at 4 o'clock, so I can't just, dilly-dally. She can't pick me up in the middle of the beach. I have to get out back to the road. So in thinking about the Garibaldi thing, I've understood. Bonnie Henderson said that now the trail is open from the Cape Meares beach up to the Cape Meares lighthouse. So that eliminates trying to walk through that closed road thing. Whether that's a thing or not, I don't know. Getting across to the bay, I would say for just folks who are gonna just follow in back of me, stay in Garibaldi. Know when the high tide is. You absolutely have to go across there at just high tide. It's preferable to do it with the marina, but if they flake, you're gonna have to go beg somebody on the dock. It's a long way around Tillamook Bay and it's all road, and then to go back to here. So you have to go down the dock. And what I learned is that if you have fiberglass boats, they're not going to want to take you into shallow water that they don't know. You're going to be looking for a aluminum small fishing boat, mom and dad kind of thing, where they can go in. Their draft is like 6 inches. So I mean, where I got off the boat there was probably 7 inches of water. So they're not going to want to do that with a large fiberglass boat. I'm just telling you who you should spend your time on begging. So it can be done now. I would guess that the marina is usually not that flaky, and he was kind of not sympathetic. It's like, well, I can't close my shop. Well, yeah, you can be a little, do you know somebody? So if you miss the high tide, you're gonna have to, your choices are to wait until the next day, or get on the bus. Let's go for a road walk down to Cape Lookout. Oh, goodbye, Netarts. Hey, the police. This isn't just such a big deal because even if you caught the boat over to the other side, it's about the exact same distance. Yeah, there's the RV park that I think Bonnie Henderson said the guy would give boat rides. I thought they were closed. Apparently not. Just don't like answering the phone, I guess. This is like the big restaurant in town, and it's right by the boat jetty where you would catch a boat if there was a boat. I was gonna eat there with some clam chowder, but it was $16 a bowl. So I said, nah. So now on Netarts Bay Drive. Pretty. This is really a lovely time of day. Early in the morning on Netarts Bay. I maybe actually prefer this to the beach. It's good to have a change up. That's what I like about stuff, change-ups. And this is a very quiet road. So I'm thinking that that's Cape Lookout right there. Actually coming up on a high tide, 4.7 feet. Well, further down the road, you kind of, the bay's over there. There's no shoulder. There's a place to, step off when a car comes. It's not a busy road. It's not great, but yeah, it's not that far either. At the turnoff for the Cape Lookout camping. So it looks like the north side of Cape Lookout, the trail, was closed, but I think it's reopened. I think I'm just gonna try to catch the top of that trail and then walk down onto the beach. I've got to get on the other side of Sand Lake by 4 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. I got 6 hours. It's hard to say, you can't judge how long it takes on some of this stuff, and the trail could just take me forever to get up to the top. So at least I know I can get up to the top on the road. So it's just another 2 miles to get to the trailhead for that south trail. So now that I've done the Netarts Bayside, I'd say it's worth it to try to, even if the RV guy never calls back, to try to just hang out at the little boat dock there at the Netarts Marina and just see if you can snag somebody to go over to the other side. It was nice to walk along the bay, but that's for not very long, and then there's a lot of time you're just where you can't see the bay. So I think it's worth your time to try to get a ride over to the other side of the bay. And there really is a nice little bike lane up to the top of Cape Lookout. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful view. So out there is Netarts, and that's the beach that you would walk down, and the road I walk down is over there.
It's 5 requirements. I only did 1 yesterday. Okay. Or Monday.
Were you there for Preston's feet?
So at the South Trail, there was a super nice bike lane all the way up from the Cape Lookout campground to here, if people wanted to pick that route instead. I imagine the North Trail, it's not unusual for it to be closed or just so brushy that people don't want to do it. So I'm going to take the South Trail down to the beach and then get to beach walking again. So you start off on the joint trail that goes out to the Cape Lookout point. Left. Some really long switchbacks here. Getting down there, it was like a 1,000-foot climb up to the top. So going down there, oh, that's a long way down. But there's a place to sit and think about it. Look at Cape Lookout. Bunch of little cabins, it looks like. Almost there. Back on the beach. So the South Trail was good. No blowdowns, it wasn't overgrown. Trail tread was dry, there was no mud. Great. Kind of a switchbacky thing, but it was good. So there's Cape Lookout. And I came from way up on that top ridge. I think that's like a Boy Scout camp right there. Boy, this is the second day in a row when it's been bright blue sunny. No overcast, no fog, just such a calm day. Low tide is in 3 hours, but it's only a 2.5 foot low tide. As you would think, it's a remote beach and I'm the only one that I can see. There are some footprints though. Somebody's been through. There's looking back at Cape Lookout. And I came from like on top of that ridge and you just switchbacks. They come out about there. Coming up on another stream. Got a heck of a marker there. Boy, it'd be tough to miss that. Apparently you can drive on this part of the beach. I imagine that's what that big sign there says. No driving past this point. Yep. Cow, those look like backpackers. Up on the outflow to Sand Lake, a big creek crossing for sure. Just looking around, sizing it up, that is quite the crossing. I mean, it looks like clear water. I can see the bottom, but right in the middle is like a little channel. It's probably 4 feet deep. Walk inland a little bit. Maybe it changes. You know, with sand, it's so dynamic that one day there could be a little sandbar there. So low tide isn't for 2 more hours, and it's only a 2.5 foot low tide. A couple days ago, there was a 6-inch low tide. That would be better. Maybe go look up this way by the fisherman's area. So I'm a little bit past the fisherman area. It's just right there. It's looking better. I see hiker footprints. That's a good sign. So it looks like this is just 6 inches deep, and then you go over there and go right. What do you think? Okay, thank you. Look out. So that over there is Whalen Island. I'm just going to pick up the trail that goes over to a bridge. I mean, so that worked now, but you know, you can't tell. In a week the sand will be all different. So for the record, that was at 2.9 feet tide. But wait, there's more. I knew it couldn't be that easy. All right, I guess this is about as good as it's going to get. About a foot or foot and a half. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Trail right there. There's this big log that you can see from across the bay. See, over there's fishermen. In case anybody wants to try this on their own. I'll get my feet dried off. So there's the parking lot for the fisherman campground. I crossed the first one right there and then walked across this little sand jetty right there and then crossed right here. Now navigate back to, I guess, a little road that leads to a bridge. I picked up the trail. Very shady, boy. Which leads to a road, which should lead to a bridge. Lots of empty campsites, which does indeed lead to a bridge. And then I'm going to take, I think, Sand Lake Road to the right. Just going to take that off here. So I'm going to take a right here and go back to the beach. There, way out there is the bridge that I went over. Yeah, when you walk in that stuff, it's not mud. It's like a very soft sand, like kind of a liquefied sand. Still not easy walking. So the beach is on the other side of those trees. This way. So there's Cape Lookout. That's where I was this morning, right on that bridge. Going that way. All right, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by Sand Lake? Oh yeah, walking on the beach. I believe I just walk over that dune right there, not around the point. Cape Kiwanda. Like there's some guys hang gliding up there. Gotta really love doing it. So going that way to Pacific City. So I'm going to take off on Beach Access 37. My wife's going to pick me up and go back to the van. All right. So fun day, huh? So I'll see you tomorrow.